On a moonless night, the village was eerily quiet, as though time had stopped. Inside the house, Rajendra and Geeta scolded their blind son Varun. "How many times do I have to tell you, Varun? Speak politely to the people. You upset your uncle today. He might never come back," Rajendra yelled, slapping him across the face. "Shut up and go to sleep, or I swear I'll beat you," Geeta added. "Just go to the bed. We will talk tomorrow." Tears in his eyes, Varun slowly made his way to his bed, his anger bubbling up. "If I'm not respected here, I'm not staying here," he thought. In a fit of rage, he sneaked out of the house. The streets were pitch black, and the village was unnervingly silent. Varun stumbled along, brushing against a wall for support, unaware of where he was heading. He wandered aimlessly until he found himself at the foot of the old haunted bungalow. Without a second thought, he climbed the stair. Inside, the silence was suffocating. Suddenly, hundreds of bats flew overhead, making his heart race. He reached out of support, but his foot struck something hard. "What's that?" he wondered, fear creeping in. Then a cat meow echoed through the hall. He sighed in relief, but the moment was short-lived when he heard a voice, his own. "Who are you? What do you want? I can't see. Please let me go." Varun froze. Panic set in his as he realized his own voice was speaking back to him. He ran in panic, but the wall seemed to close in on him, and he couldn't find his way back home. Rajendra and Geeta woke to find Varun missing. "Geeta, Varun's gone!" Rajendra shouted. They searched the house, and then they went to Lava's place, his best friend. "Lava, open the door. Has Varun come by?" Rajendra asked. "No, uncle." "What's wrong?" They filled him in quickly and decided to search the village. Their search led them to the haunted mansion. As they approached, they heard Varun's voice, faint and terrified. "Somebody help me! Help me, please! This thing is going to kill me! Please help!" They hesitated, but knew they had to go in. Lava turned on his flashlight, and they entered slowly. Inside, the shadow stretched long, and the air felt thick with dread. Varun, deep in the mansion, had an unsettling experience. For the first time, he began to see a faint light appeared before him, growing brighter as he moved toward it. He reached the light, and there two beautiful figures burned in flames, screaming in agony. Terrified, he tried to run, but they grabbed him. Meanwhile, Rajendra, Geeta, and Lava found Varun huddled in a corner, crying. "Varun, we are here. Let's go out of here," Rajendra called out. But Varun remained silent, his head on his knee. When Rajendra placed a hand on his shoulder, Varun lifted his head, revealing a horrifying sight. His face was burned, his eyes black holes, and his lips smeared with blood. Rajendra and Geeta gasped. This was no longer their son. Before they could react, Varun longed at them. Panic set in and they ran, but soon they bumped into the real Varun, still alive but confused. "Varun, are you really you?" Rajendra asked. "Of course, Dad. I am Varun. What's going on?" As they tried to leave, Varun stopped. "I am not leaving until you tell me why you killed them." Shocked, Rajendra asked, "What are you talking about?" But before Varun could answer, the atmosphere shifted. A chilling voice echoed, and two terrifying ghosts appeared, their eyes glowing red. One ghost lifted Rajendra into the air, and the other Geeta. They were trapped. Desperate, Rajendra confessed, "Years ago, I worked here as a servant. My wife and I have a dead child. Then my employer had a healthy baby boy. Out of jealousy, I set the house on fire and stole their baby, pretending he was mine." The ghost enraged set the house ablaze. Rajendra screamed, "No, don't kill me, please don't kill me, don't kill me," as he was thrown into the flames. Geeta and Lava collapsed in fear. Varun, now understanding his parents' task past, found peace. He placed a gentle hand on his head, granting him sight and freed him from the world of living. With tears in his eyes, Varun whispered a final goodbye to his real parents.